Welcome back to the Football Showdown. Let's talk about this Liverpool-West Ham game. It. Let's talk about West Ham first, actually. What was that lineup that they put out? For me, they should have put out a full-strength 11, try to go out there and get that win. At least put up a good fight. Because, there's no shame in losing to Liverpool. But in the way that they did was awful. The midfield got blown by. The pressing was just like a one-man press, and Liverpool just easily got cut through it. Edson Alvarez was missing. Mohamed Kudus wasn't there. Jared Bowen outside of that goal was terrible. Vladimir Kufal, I believe that was on the right. He was playing right back, was horrendous, dude. Oh my God, he was so slow on the ball. Then he was getting bullied on defense. He just wasn't providing anything. There wasn't really much going on from West Ham, and I think that they should have played Lucas Paqueta, James Ward-Prowse. I think there was someone else on there who's usually a first teamer who didn't make an appearance. And it was just really bizarre because I don't know if they're thinking that they want to save their players for a push for the Champions League spots or they think that they can win the Europa League because they can't. I'm sorry. They're not winning the Europa League. Liverpool would have to be knocked out. AC Milan would have to be knocked out. Roma would have to be knocked out. I would even say Brighton and Olympic Marseille would all have to be knocked out for them to even have a chance. And those teams, that's too many teams to rely on getting knocked out. When you're in the Carabao Cup, the biggest task is Liverpool. Because if you can somehow beat Liverpool, then you either play Middlesbrough, Fulham, or Chelsea. And honestly, I would make them favorites if they were to have gotten past us today. So it was just really bizarre. I think David Moyes has to be looked at. I heard that apparently on the commentary they were saying that David Moyes' job is under threat right now, and I could see why. Because something as bizarre as this would be a reason why he could potentially get fired. Because if I'm him, if I'm the owners, if I'm the fans, I want us to push for this. Because this is a trophy that we can win. And you won the Conference League. I think that's their first major trophy that they've won in their history. Why not follow that up with the Carabao Cup? Or at least give it a good effort. If you lose to Liverpool, fine. You lose to Liverpool. There's no shame in that. But losing 5-1 is ridiculous. And the way they got beat. Kufal, I believe that was on the right, was just horrendous, man. He should have been taken off so much quicker. I don't know if they didn't have any options in that position because Ben Johnson, who's usually a right back, was playing left back. So maybe they're thin on their outside back positions and couldn't sub him off, but he was terrible. Slow on the ball, getting bullied in defense. He just was, he was all over the place. Edson Alvarez, he was a non-factor today. I didn't even know he was on the pitch until I saw his long sleeve shirt. And I just thought that was weird that he was wearing long sleeve shirts. Other than that, he was non-existent. The front line was non-existent, especially when they were pressing. It was like a one-man press. They kind of pressed, but then didn't. So they would be exposed up front, and then Liverpool would just play one ball through, and that one ball would get past the attacking line, and then they play a second ball, and then that goes through the midfield. Like, they wanted to press, but didn't. It was really weird. If I'm West Ham, the trigger press is when Endo gets the ball, because you allowed him time. You allowed him to get comfortable. I don't think he's a good player, but I think he had a good game today. He saw that they weren't pressing him, so he would get the ball, turn, and you can see him start to build confidence. But if you got on him early in the game and you started your press on Endo, forcing him to go backwards all the time, then I think that they could have at least created some pressure. But horrible game plan from David Moyes. Just really shocking. Now let's talk about Liverpool. First half, I think, was horrendous from us. We weren't good. I know what the stats say. We dominated possession. We had a lot of shots, but we weren't creating anything. It was, I don't know if Klopp in the first half said, hey guys, let's try and make this game a close one by only taking long shots. You can't go inside the box and cross it or play a ball. If you're outside the 18, take the shot. Because that's all we did. We would build up the play, hit a pass out from the defense, play it to the midfield play it to the attack. But then once we got there was just like no passing going on. We refused to make runs into the box, and if someone did, then they wouldn't be seen because someone wanted to take a shot from 20 yards out. Luckily, Szoboszlai got one and hit it, but I'm okay with him taking one. I'm not okay with Joe Gomez trying to take one or Curtis Jones trying to take one, because some of these guys, They just aren't good enough to hit those. They don't have a proven track record to hit those long shots. If the option is open to dribble inside the box and make a pass inside the box, do that, please. And I think we did that a little bit more in the second half. So first half, I think, was pretty poor from us other than possession. I think we did really good job of keeping possession. But when we play West Ham, we're always going to have possession. So that's not really anything special to brag about. Kwanzaa, I think, did really well on that goal, though. I think he should have done better. I think he should have won that tackle the first time he went into it, but then Bowen, got the ball back, tucked it away. Good shot. I think if Allison's in there, then Allison obviously saves that, but Kelleher didn't do bad. He did what he could. It was a good shot at the end of the day, so I'm not mad about our goal. But that second half, we played so much better. We were fluid in our attack. Midfielders were making runs. They were looking to make passes, and that's why I think that midfield's been missing. I think they've been looking too much to create for themselves and not create for the attackers. And that's what we did in that second half. Midfielders made runs to create space for players. They would pass the ball, make that extra pass that was needed. Even the attackers, they would start to look for extra passes here and there, and that's really what got us going. That's what got us the 5-1 victory. Not all these stupid long shots everyone's trying to take, but a long shot here or there isn't bad. Okay, that's fine. It's just when we just kind of just well, let's not make the extra pass. Let's just take a shot because we have it open. I don't know if that's something that Klopp is coaching. It has to be at this point. But I think that in the second half, it kind of got tweaked a little bit more. And I'm happy about that because that allowed us to get 4 more goals and put the game away comfortably. We didn't have to stress. There was no stress involved in this game. Maybe at 3-1, you thought, oh no, could we get rattled a little bit? But then Salah tucks one away. And then Curtis Jones tucks in another. Let's talk about that Mo Salah miss. Oh my God, that was horrible. You wouldn't expect that from someone of Mo Salah's quality. But of course, in Mo Salah fashion, he follows it up with his next chance and bags it. So anytime Mo Salah misses, he's going to score his next chance. It's just a matter of time. And cool little stat, he's the all-time Liverpool leading goal scorer against West Ham. Take that for whatever you want. But hey, it's cool. Now let's talk about our chances. My cousin actually just texted me saying that Chelsea got Middlesbrough because he's a Chelsea fan. So that means that we got Fulham. Am I worried about Fulham? No. I think it's one of the harder draws. I think that they're better than Chelsea and Middlesbrough. I know that's kind of weird saying, but Chelsea aren't good. I think that having Fulham 2 games is not a bad thing to have. I'm pretty confident with us going through against Fulham as long as we play a good starting 11. And at this point, we're in the semifinals. Klopp, please play a full starting 11. I know it's only a Carabao Cup, but I love supporting winning trophies. Excuse me. As a Liverpool fan, that's what we should be striving for, trophies, no matter what they are. Because you never want to be in a position where you're like, it's just the Carabao Cup. Who cares about that? Because then 10, 20 years down the line, it could be, wow, we wish we would capitalize on these chances to win these trophies when we did. Because every team goes through a down period. And just like before, pre-Klopp, it was, man, wish we could win a trophy. A trophy here would be nice. So, I mean, you never want to take winning trophies for granted because you never know when they're going to come back. Even for a club as big as Liverpool, it's always nice just to win a trophy in a season. Because last season, I think if we won a Carabao Cup, we all would have been happy about that because of how bad our season was. So I don't think we should ever turn our nose up to trophies of any sort. Trophies are trophies, and Liverpool exists to win trophies. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think David Moyes is going to get the sack? If you're a West Ham fan, how do you also think about your performance today? And Liverpool fans, do you think that I had any validity in what I was saying, that we played poorly in the first half, and in the second half we picked it up? And what do you think our chances are to win the Carabao Cup? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next one.